remember, I'm coming from an area which is close to Balkan. So if you want to start exchanging insults, I can be extremely brutal. I always win. But let's not do it today, maybe.
Okay. We can begin. Yeah. Okay. This river here is the official geographical limit between Balkan and Mittle Europa. So beware, on the other side, horror, oriental despotism, women get beaten, get raped and like it. On this side, Europe, civilization, women get beaten and raped but don't like it. So, Balkan, Mittle Europa, don't forget it. My relationship towards tulips is inherently lynchian. I think they are disgusting. Just imagine, aren't these some kind of, how do you call it, vagina dentata, dental vagina threatening to swallow you? I think that flowers are something inherently disgusting. I mean, are people aware what a horrible thing these flowers are? I mean, basically it's an open invitation to all the insects and bees come and screw me, you know? I mean, I think that flowers should be forbidden to children.
From the University of Paris 8. He is now a professor at the Institute of Sociology and Philosophy at the University of Ljubljana and the director of the Birkbeck Institute for the Humanities at the University of London. He has published more than 36 books, many on the most seminal philosophers of the 19th and 20th century. He is a dazzling theorist with extraordinary brain, a global figure for decades.
Feeling. I don't want authenticity. I want things to function.
Slavoj Zizek.
Irrepresentable. Worse than death. The basic message, it's a very modest one. I'm not sure that I know a lot. No, I'm sure that I don't know a lot of architecture. Is nonetheless what interests me in architecture. It always interested me the paradox of, I already mentioned them, obviously I have some anal fixation here, I don't want to go into it, toilets. Did you notice if you traveled around the world how different they are? I simplify it to the utmost, but this doesn't invalidate the analysis. I think if you go, I don't know how it's here, I just will mention 3 big civilizations, nations. In France, the whole of the toilet bowl is in the back, so that when you produce excrement, they quickly disappear in the hole. I hope, you know, where I see, it's not that universalism does not mean, oh, we are all together, one big family. I hate this, what I call UNESCO universalism. You know, those disgusting books published decades ago on world culture, and every culture is beautiful in its own way. No, every culture is horrible.
When you're in town here, do you ever get approached by local fans or something like that?
What do you mean by fans? People hate me pretty much here. I'm not kidding. Oh, sorry, seriously. Can I give you some fucking fruit juice or
I'd
Coke?
love some fucking fruit juice, please.
Just Coke, iced tea. So here it's included. The cancer you get, because it's 0, which means instead of sugar you get all those sweeteners. Of the heart, it's one of those nice, gentle French movies where you have incest, which is portrayed as a nice secret between mother and son. I like this. Void, no identity. I hate life. I hate life. Hi. This is the correct reading of psychoanalysis. It's absolutely not this spiritual self-examination, which is why I hate life. Hysteria is the elementary form of critique of ideology. Critique at ideology at its most elementary subjective level. Because as you already, I think, indicated, incidentally, I will not go into it, but that's what nonetheless makes me some kind, at least I hope, some kind of a feminist because hysteria is feminine. If you want this opposition in types of pathology, obsessional neurosis is more masculine. There are even among some clinicians that I know great debates of can there be even a feminine obsessional neurotic. But what I want to say is if I don't do at least some reading and writing every day, I feel guilty. Did I deserve to exist? No, and so on.
Okay, we can begin. Yeah. Okay. Now, what you see here is, at least in summer or in the fall, one of the nicest views of Ljubljana. It looks like Paris, green leaves, etc. On both sides, nice old houses, nothing special. But you are wrong. This river here is the official geographical limit between Balkan and mittle Europa. So beware. On the other side, horror, oriental despotism, women get beaten, get raped and like it. On this side, Europe, civilization, women get beaten and raped but don't like it.
But at the same time, everybody knows never there was so much impotence, frigidity, and so on and so on. All these paradoxes, psychoanalysis can do it, because we live in crazy times when, again, things turn into their own opposite.
Absolutely, and you tested those ideas in your reading of Marx against Jordan Peterson recently in a debate.
Sorry, against?
Jordan P. Peterson.
Yeah, but I think that was another thing. Let me explain, because many leftists are telling me, why were you so friendly towards him? You should have cut his balls. No, I knew what I was doing. My point was, because they asked me to sign a book, and seeing them there, I couldn't resist the worst racist remark. When I was returning the books to them, I told them, you know, now, I don't know which one is for whom, you know. You blacks like yellow guys, you look all the same. They embraced me and they told me, you can call me Nick. No, you call this porn, my God. You can have a half of a hamburger, or rather some cheese sandwich, then you can have a muffin and some juice. What am I doing here in the middle of the ocean, alone in a boat, surrounded by frozen corpses? Corruption and so on and so on. Bad communists and so on. Exploit us and so on and so on. Just shoot and so on. So on, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. Remember, I'm coming from an area which is close to Balkan. So, if you want to start exchanging insults, I can be extremely brutal, I always win. Yeah. But let's not do it today, maybe. Namely, we were almost friends, becoming friends. But then something was missing. We were still this official cold friends. Respect, no? And then the guy made the first move. I was told that with you, you can joke about everything but not about your mother and sister. That it's not good to tell you, I will fuck your mother or what, no? Okay, so he approached me one morning and I was very shocked because he was an intellectual. And he told me, I fuck your mother. And I noticed what was the message. The message was, let's become truly friends. And I accepted the logic. Believe me, I never had problems with replying dirty to dirty. You know what was my immediate answer? Go ahead after I finish with your sister. No. In France, the hole of the toilet bowl is in the back, so that when you produce excrement, they quickly disappear in the hole. The German toilets, the old type, now they are disappearing, but you still find them, it's the opposite. The hole is in front. So that when you produce excrements, they're displayed in the bag, they don't disappear in water. This is the German ritual, you know, you should every morning sniff, inspect your sheets for traces of illness, it's high hermeneutic. Then in Anglo-Saxon world, United States, you get, you know, the toilet bowl which is full of water so that sheet floats in it before it disappears.
I wanted to know why I was such a sheeple, so I went to Slovenia to meet the man.
Hello.
I hate life. Hi.
You hate life?
Running from 7 around. It's
Alex.
a hell of a day. Well, hi. It's me. Okay, whatever.
I noticed you've got Joe Stalin on your...
This is just so that I don't mean you personally idiots when they enter the flat ask me why do you have them. It's strictly for this.
It's just to annoy people.
Absolutely just to annoy people.
I've read on the front of your books it's quoted that you're the most dangerous philosopher in the West. You don't seem very dangerous to me.
Here I must disappoint you. The Guardian, the British newspaper, asked me, is Roman still alive today? And my answer to them was, let's imagine an ideal sexual situation today. Let's say I meet a lady, we are attracted to each other, we say, okay, all the usual stuff, your place, my place, whatever, we meet there. Then, what happens then? She comes with her plastic penis, electric, dildo. I come with some horrible thing. I saw it. It's called something like stimulating training unit, whatever. It's basically a plastic vagina, a hole, but it's wonderful technologically. You can regulate everything, how much it squeezes you, how strongly it shakes, and so on. So my idea of a perfect date is the following one. We met, then she puts her plastic penis dildo into my stamina training unit, is the name of this product, into my plastic vagina. We plug them in, and the machines are doing it for us. They are buzzing in the background, and I'm free to do whatever I want. And we have a nice talk, we have tea, we talk about movies. What can be, we paid our superego full tribute. Then I asked many of my friends, architects, interior designers, why these differences? They gave me 2 books on the structure of toilets. Nowhere did I get an explanation. And then a wild speculation came to my mind. Do you know that from the late 18th century, we have in Europe the idea of European Trinity. It's a racist idea. You are not in it. Italy is not in it. But the idea is that the 3 crucial European nations are France, Germany, England. Each of them standing for a certain level of social life and for a certain politics. France is politics, is the privileged domain and politically left revolution. England, middle of the road, liberal, moderate and economy. Germany, metaphysics and poetry and conservative. And my God, it did strike me, isn't this the key? In France, revolutionary approach. Hole for the sheet in the back, it should quickly be liquidated, like a kind of a guillotine. Anglo-Saxon, pragmatic, let it float, let's be rational. German, metaphysics and poetry. You observe it, you think, and so on. Okay, this may be madness, but you see what's my point? It's that something like this had to be at work to account even for such a common thing like the structure of toilets.